What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to EU4 in the Franco-Prussian War era, although that ended and we're just moving on, and probably soon we'll be in like World War One era, so I don't know what to call it, but that was the start time. But you know, it's kind of this is kind of the age of Victoria. I think I haven't played them that much. I think that starts earlier, but the sort of end era of that, which is of course maybe exciting. I think that there's a new one on the way. We'll see. Maybe that's something we could play on the channel, but we'll see. Yeah, I have no idea. I think we tried Victoria 2 once and I just clicked some random buttons for like half an hour and then gave up. I was not clear on what I was doing. But yeah, it's kind of that era and we're watching. It's interesting so far. Particularly, there seems to be a bit of a rivalry between the Ottomans and Russia, which could be quite interesting in terms of who they protect, who they warn. Persia and Egypt sort of at the centre of those kind of political games. Greece as well, actually, being protected by Russia. So that's quite interesting. I'm pretty sure it sets the two of them up for a war at some point. But we did just see Russia and Qing also battle it out in the east. So there's a lot going on out there. A lot going on. Also, Dutch Indonesia. This looks like it's been broken up a bit. I don't want to say 100% it was. You know, I can't remember what all the borders look like at every second. But I feel like they had a lot more of this not that long ago. And obviously we have seen the Dutch bit of decline. Brazil got their hands on Suriname, and actually, despite occupying some of this territory in Europe, maybe for the best, they didn't take any. This AI is confusing me. If it's going to lead to chaos, then that's fine. I'm guessing Britain just doesn't have transports in the region, but yeah, they actually don't. Do you not have any? You must have some. Some sort of glitch. They have 27, which is not a lot, but you know, you're just letting Scotland kind of get their independence here. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Ireland and Scotland may soon both appear on the map. That's pretty weird. I don't know why they're doing that. That is strange to me, but that's what they want to do. I mean, they could easily stop this. I don't know where their 27 transports are, but you know, they could put a stop to this, and they just don't seem too bothered, which is a bit weird. But hey ho. Ottomans have attacked Qatar, so that didn't last too long for Qatar. And I imagine this land is, you know, 2% sort of per province. Imagine we'll see the Ottomans take quite a huge chunk out of it. There we go for themselves. It's kind of like this is just ego building sort of territory, I think. If you're the Ottomans, you just took like a huge chunk in terms of like size, but obviously, yeah, it doesn't make a massive difference. A lot of it being in the desert. I guess this coastal province is pretty nice though. Having it, I think they have one. Is that? I think that's just, yeah, that counts. But another one, certainly useful. And Qatif, I think that is Qatar, isn't it, in sort of the native language. Oh, Ottoman Ethiopia's making some progress down here. British Equatorial Africa's looking quite big. Portuguese Angola is also looking very big, and they just took another big chunk here of the jungle. And so did Britain there as well, with the other Equatorial Congo, that one. Yeah, this is going very quickly. South Africa's still here. Kilwa, there's still plenty of native peoples, which is good to see. Persia and Russia happened, and did that Ottomans protect them? No, I think they sort of said, maybe not. They're also at war with Oman, so maybe they didn't want to get too involved. So yeah, Russia has a free shot at Persia here, and I'm liking what Russia's doing. They're avoiding very costly wars with, you know, the Austrias, Ottomans, Prussia of the world, and focusing on sort of picking off countries down this way. They've progressed, particularly here's where most of their progress has come. This sort of region. Obviously, they're gonna have to deal with the Qing threat as well. But yeah, I think it could be really interesting if they sort of separate India. So it's a long way into the future, but sort of, you know, build sort of a wall between Ottomans and the Middle East from India, and then also that kind of blocks Qing off as well. That would be really interesting, and Britain will then just be alone in India. Qing did go after Thailand at some point. Again, these wars are happening pretty quick. You can see the pace it's running at pretty comfortably. I said we did 6 years last episode. I think we actually did 16. I think it started in 1980, not 90, because we've already done 6 in 5 minutes here. So yeah, it is flying along. Qing absolutely overkilling it here against Yarkand. But they should add again. Similar to what we saw with the Ottomans taking all of this desert. Probably going to see Qing take a huge chunk of territory there, which we do. Are you getting those institutions yet? Qing, you did. You're still quite a few behind. Brazil is actually one ahead of everyone at 25, which has put them on the great powers list. Spain has fallen off of it, as has Italy, because they've probably not got that what Qing has. But yeah, the bigger guys still up here. But yeah, Qing does have the development to compete with Great Britain. And Britain has a lot of subjects, so if Britain was to integrate them, which they probably won't. Oh my god, Britain. Let's stop talking about Britain. Look at this, is disgusting. Scotland is independent, but not properly. And yeah, there is an island, but Northern Ireland remained part of Great Britain. This is extra gross. Okay. And now there's Hebridean separatists as well here. The AI is just not having a... Oh my goodness, France is having a communist revolution. But ignore... Well, they're already revolutionary, but now they might go... I mean, it's 1900s early on. This is about the right time. It's Henri V Bonaparte now, not Napoleon anymore. I'm surprised we haven't had a more... Maybe we're building up to it. We haven't had a big war between any of these sort of... I'm going to say 6. I'm going to leave Britain out because they're separate on the island. But Spain, France, Italy, Austria, Prussia, and I guess Russia and the Ottomans could kind of be thrown in there as 7 instead of 6. And did I just miss Austria? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like a big European war between at least 2 of these countries. I know we had Prussia, France at the start. And yeah, Britain is just collapsing right now. The Hebridean Islands, the Isles are free. They only got 1 province, but they are free. And now it looks like Britain's in a war with Scandinavia. No, there's someone up there. Don't know what that was. Maybe they were just stood there. No, this island is... Oh, this is Scotland, sorry, at war with Scandinavia, probably. Yes, Scandinavia may end up killing them off and then taking this over, which is not really what you want. A war here. Italy v Bavaria seems to have started some... Oh no, Italy and Bavaria versus Switzerland and Württemberg and Brunswick. Okay, interesting. Persia did lose a big chunk here, particularly again in the north, well, along the whole lot sort of border, but particularly here. You can see more Russian gains, which keeps Russia at P2 for now. But yeah, Qing is going to climb this list a lot more with more institutions over time. Britain is... Oh, this might be why I think they're just struggling to hold on to their Indian territory too. You can see a lot of separatists out here. Their transports were probably just halfway around the world. And then, again, an AI may have taken advantage of that, kind of blocked them. Qing and Russia are at it again. That did not take long. But we should see. I mean, they've both kind of got a bit stronger since last time. They are both the biggest militaries in the world. But this time, Qing has way less. It was 380 v 216 or something last time, with a big tech advantage to Russia. This time, the number's much nearer. Both still have a lot of manpower, both way off their force limits, but this time you would favour Russia, but I'm guessing they're further away, so it's going to take time to walk this journey. Or 1905, I feel like cars weren't really used in the... Yeah, they weren't used in the military then, so this will still be horseback. This mod, of course, does incorporate technology. I mean, it will still show up as horses, but the cavalry becomes kind of tanks, and they'll move quicker. But yeah, look, Russia is mobilizing a huge amount of troops. I don't think Qing is actually not doing the same, so you can see Qing's already dropped since the start of this war. Russia has gained 50k, and yeah, Qing's lost about 20k. So that's interesting. Of course, Qing could also mobilize pretty similar. Persia going after Afghanistan here. There is some separatists there. Russia will need to be careful. But yeah, I think India... I mean, it's not even called British India anymore. It's called British Bengal, which shows, I think, they've lost some territory there. And they'll probably continue to see some stuff pop out. They do have a 50 stack here now, but it's come at the cost of a lot at home. And now Alban separatists probably going to free themselves too. That's terrible. France is really struggling with these communist revolutionaries. Italy is now at war with Bavaria, so that didn't last too long. It was a peaceful friendship, and Prussia is going after the Netherlands again. The Ottomans just chilling. Austria has done pretty much zero this game. They're just happy here. They have been warned by Russia, I guess. Yeah, Italy did grow up this way. You can see they took some land here off of... That's Baden, but here they took some land off of Switzerland. Morocco just continuing to grow. This, again, I just look back and Portuguese Angola is huge. I guess with the idea groups they've probably taken, they might have like 10 colonists that are just all focused on here. That's probably why they're growing so quick, because, you know, they get quite a lot early on, but now there's not as much. There's no new world. What? Where is that your name? Why is your name over here? The United States. Do you have this? Oh, you do. I don't know who owns this in real life. I have no idea, but that's very close to Russia. I'm sure there's some nice weapons stored on both sides of that, I would imagine. Japan took out, was it Ainu who was still there? They're gone now. And let's have a look. This time around, Russia is still losing, but again, it doesn't look too serious, and it's very early days, and sort of moving around. Skirmishes. It's very awkward to navigate. Oh, Persia's just going to collapse by the look of it. This is not good. They are at war with Afghanistan. But, yeah, Khorasan. Oh, those are Persian separatists in Russia. That helps a little bit. But there's Pretender rebels, and that's also in Russia. What was that? Tabrizi separatists. Okay. Oman is now occupied. Oh, no. We were rooting for you, Oman. What happened? Okay, they've not quite got free yet, but the Albans may be free soon too. I wonder if Wales will fancy a go at some point. Ireland has allied Denmark, which does not guarantee much. And Scotland is slowly losing to Scandinavia, but I think they're only going after this island, so it's not too bad. Scandinavia... Oh, well, they took Iceland at some point, but now it's full of separatists. Okay. And France is now chairman. They are a socialist state of France. There we go. Interesting. They are going to annex Brittany. And what have they done? They are attacker against Switzerland. So yeah, it is now a communist France here. We'll see what they do to Switzerland. And did Italy do anything to Bavaria in that? I don't think so. But then here's the same colour, so it's a bit confusing. But no, they did not do anything serious. How did the Netherlands get this back? What did you do? I have no idea. Right, this war's still ongoing. Qing does have a 13 war score advantage. Don't know if the numbers have changed. 209, Russia still outnumbers them, but again, whether that's all here, I don't know if they're brave enough to leave. Yeah, there's still all that advantage is just locked in this stack as a minimum, and there's still others in the middle as well. So they're not throwing everything at it just yet, which could be a smart move. Unless it gets really bad, then maybe do that. Persia is now being occupied by Afghanistan. Those rebels caused a bit of a turnaround. I think Persia's okay. They should have enough troops there, but... Oh, with Punjab's help as well. It definitely looks like Britain's been kicked out of this region, so that's kind of cool. I don't know if... Who could emerge? It could be a great chance for someone like a Deccan or a Punjab, who are big, fairly big already, to go and become the powerhouse if Britain was to lose more territory. I was looking back, they did manage to deal with the Alban separatists, so that's something, I guess, for them. Italy's in another war with Bavaria. Ooh, Spain and Morocco. Spain have been quiet until now, but they want a bit of North Africa for themselves. And what is this? South Africa v Portugal. I'm going to guess Portugal attacked them. So pretty cool that they're winning pretty heavily. Persia actually gave up territory to Afghanistan and released Luristan here. Iraq, okay, Kuwait was independent before, now it's not, and Iraq has emerged. And then Semnan here. This probably all plays into Russia's hands. But saying that, Qing is now in European territory, so that will be not what Russia wants to hear. But there we go. That will be it for this episode. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you are new to the channel. And I will see you in the next one, but I just want to check. I had a weird feeling. I don't know what it was. That I'd look over here and something weird would have happened. And I'm going to assume this border was like this at the start, right? Mexico had this already, because that is weird, but I'm guessing it was already like that. I thought I'd look over and say like the US would just be like, you know, own all of Canada or something crazy. Britain and Denmark are being kicked out by Chile. I guess that's the big news. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.